Is AI replacing photographers? Here's what I know. As a photographer who sees the changes as they are happening, here's what I actually know about AI, and here's where our craft may be headed. In today's video, we are going to have an honest conversation about AI and how it affects our jobs as photographers. Are we going to lose our jobs? Is photography going to become obsolete? All of these questions are going to be answered within this video today. So stick around until the end to see all of these answers from a photographer who's been in the industry for a bit now and is seeing how rapid AI is moving and how honestly scary it is. But we are going to break down everything and discuss it so that hopefully, maybe we can have hope going forward as photographers. First, let's talk about the actual jobs that a photographer has. All right, so when you are thinking about a photographer, obviously you know that they communicate with clients, they take photos, and we edit photos. I feel like those are the three main jobs as photographers that we have, but photographers also have to market to get clients. That is a huge part of what we do. We have to work on social media. That helps us to get clients. Again, we take photos, we edit photos, and then we have to help our clients with posing in direction when we're actually at the shoot. We have to help our clients feel confident in front of the camera. That is a huge part about being a photographer. We have to personally connect with our clients. Posing and give client direction has become super important when you're actually taking photography, you know, at weddings, at family sessions. You have to interact with clients. You have to really just help them be able to feel confident in front of the camera through prompts and specific posing. That is a really, really important job of a photographer. And then you also have to understand lighting. You have to know where to place your subjects in the light outside, or how to do indoor studio lighting if you are a photographer who works mainly in studio photography locations. And so these are all things we have to think about as photographers. We also have to do location scouting. That way when clients come to us and they want to, you know, do a specific type of session vibe, I guess we have to be able to give them different ideas. It's like, let's shoot here. This would be really great. This would match your vision. So we have to drive places. We have to go look for locations, scout it, see what it's going to look like. That's really important to our job. And then we ultimately deliver our galleries to our clients, and then we also want to do testimonial gathering. Honestly, I think there is probably more jobs of a photographer than just that. But as a photographer, we wear a lot of different hats. We don't just take photos and we don't just edit photos. There are a lot of different things that we have to do as photographers. So I think that's, first of all, just really important to talk about, is that a photographer already has a lot of different jobs. And to be honest, replacing all those jobs with AI would probably be really, really hard. What's available in the AI world today that photographers can use really just to help speed up their business? So the one thing I think is really cool in the photography world is AI automation. I think that this kind of is applied to when it comes to like CRM. And while I don't know if it's like CRMs are technically considered AI, it might not be. But if you think about automation, you're setting up systems so that your emails or different things can be automated within your business. You don't have to do every little single thing. While it might not be technically considered AI, that's still almost like an AI automation, even though it might not actually be considered that. But really, I think that the coolest thing when it comes to AI in the photography world is AI photo editing, because I think that does help to speed up your work. That is available, and that is something that a lot of photographers have to consider going forward being a photographer, if they are going to get into AI photo editing or if they are going to leave it behind and ignore it while other photographers chase after it. So that is another question that we will be deeping down into later in this video, is whether or not AI photo editing is good. Is it stealing other photographers' jobs, like photo editors, just like all of that? We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Fun fact I want to mention right now that I think is really important to consider when we think about the AI world. So first of all, AI can imitate, but it cannot originate. AI can really only try to imitate things that have already been created, versus AI truly can't originate or create anything from scratch. It's just looking at what other people have done to create something. So that's the fun thing about AI, is that it's not original at all. It's not. It's really superficial. And number 3, we're going to talk about what makes the job that a photographer has so important today, because I still believe that the job as a photographer is still really, really important today. I don't think it's obsolete. I think it's so vitally important. So first and foremost, I think that a really important job that a photographer has today is personally connecting with people, our clients. As the most important job as a photographer is really just like comes down to having a relationship with our clients. That's something that I am really proud of, or just on top of. Like, I just love having a relationship with our clients, texting them, emailing them, calling. A strong relationship with my clients is so, so important important to me as a photographer. And so without this personal connection, the art of photography and really just the reason behind being a photographer would be completely lost. Because if you are like a portrait photographer, then capturing memories should be and is really, really important to you, because you are literally capturing their memories, like as a family, at a wedding, whatever you are doing as a portrait photographer. And that's really, really important to the people that you are serving, that you are capturing their once in a lifetime memories. That's irreplaceable. I don't really think that AI can capture, personal memories for people authentically at all, because I think that truly does take that personal one-on-one like human connection that AI and robots just can't replicate. And then if you are a nature or landscape photographer or something else that doesn't actually involve photographing people, I think that capturing the earth as God's design, I think that capturing the earth as God designed it to be is so important. And again, AI, it can't create things. It can't just pull things out of nothing. AI can't originate things. It can't create things. It can only imitate things. And I think this is really important because, when it comes to portrait and landscape photography, yes, AI can make a photo, but it's fake. And who wants to look at something fake? That's not fun. I don't like looking at fake things. To me, it feels like a waste of my time. It truly feels like I'm wasting my day if I'm looking at fake things that a person didn't create. But if I'm looking at something outdoor, an artist drew a photo of a real thing, or they took an actual photo of a beautiful landscape, beautiful place in the world, that is something oh my gosh, that's really pretty. I want to go to that place. Versus if I see an AI photo of some magical place, if I can't go there, then I don't want to look at that photo because it's not real. It's totally fake, and I can't connect to it. There's nothing interesting about it to me. But those real places that God created out on the earth, just in random places, that is so cool. And so I think landscape and nature photography is so cool because that is real. And AI, that is not real. When AI tries to recreate things like this or tries to make their own fake things, it's not good. I don't like it. And then really just why has a photographer's job always been so important from the beginning of photography? From when, the first camera, which was a big giant box, right? When that was created. Why has photography always been so important? So throughout time, it's always been a photographer's job to help people feel confident and happy and have fun in front of the camera. That is so, so important. And AI cannot do this because it lacks a personal connection that a human being can only offer to those people, to their clients. Personal connection is a human-to-human relationship. That can't be a robot-to-robot relationship. That's just superficial. It's not real at all. Also, funny thing, but who would ever choose a robot to take photos of their family over a real person who can connect with you and laugh with you and have fun with you? That just seems dumb, right? That seems really boring and pretty sad to think about a robot running around trying to take your family photos. I would never want to hire a robot to take my photos. I want to work with an actual person or an actual human being who has a story. They have a family. They have things I can connect to. And I think that's why being a photographer in that job is so, so important in today's culture still. Will AI replace the job of a photographer? Well, what have we determined that a photographer does? We have determined that a photographer takes photos and ultimately connects with people on a personal level, which AI cannot do. Can AI take photos and connect with people on a personal level and be creative at the same time? No. So let's actually delve into that a little deeper. Can AI look at lighting, look at people? So being a photographer, you have to get to the location, you have to find a spot that looks right, you have to, pose the people in the way that you have to choose a pose, and then you have to pose them in a way that, works well with the light. You have to know how to place people in light and things like that. And then you have to think about composition, about all the creative things around, like trees or wherever you are. You have to think about creative composition. AI, a robot, it cannot do this yet. It doesn't have that creative aspect that us as humans have. We have such a creative eye versus a robot's only doing what someone else is telling it to do. It does not have that creative freedom to go and make something out of nothing type of thing. It does not have that creative freedom that us as humans do when we're at a location with our clients. It cannot do that. AI is simply a robot. It cannot connect with people. It cannot help them feel confident and beautiful in front of the camera. That's not what AI does. So the job of a photographer, actual taking photos, we need a human to do that. We need a person to do that. That is so, so important. Let's switch to talking about how AI can be bad sometimes or just distracting, like a waste of our time. So when I think about AI just being totally just annoying and a waste of time, I think about all those AI reels that are out there nowadays that you see all over the place on social media. You see the reel and you instantly know that's AI because it looks fake and dumb and stupid. It doesn't look real. It looks like someone just typed in a prompt and then just boom, video, that's what people are doing nowadays to get views and make money. And it's really sad because it's just not an authentic way to build a business, make money. It's just not not good. And to me, I don't even want to watch those things because to me, it is a waste of my time. It's fake, it's not real, it's not even something that's worth my time. And so that is one way that I think that really just AI reels, they can kill your brain cells over time and are completely fake, and I don't like them. And so I think that's one way where like AI is just, that's too much. I don't like that, and that's not good. No matter what we do as photographers, that part of it, people are gonna keep doing it. It's just gonna happen. What we need to do is we need to focus on how we can personally connect with clients and just be really real with them and just form really deep, important relationships with them. And that will have our clients coming back to us to keep working with us. And I think that's ultimately how we're going to keep our jobs as photographers. So let's go ahead and talk about what AI is actually helpful and what AI can actually help you save time as a photographer. The first thing is I think that you should integrate as much AI automation into your business as you can, whether that's email, scheduling, just like reminders through email, things like that, even like text automations with like ManyChats and things like that. I think that there are a lot of things you can do within your business just to help take a few technical steps out of the way for you that you don't have to do, because ultimately you want to focus on personally connecting with clients when you're with them in person and leading up into the day a little bit too. And just for me, it's also just interacting with my clients through social media and just being involved with their lives, maybe like over text, seeing how they're doing here and there, as well as just like on social media, like commenting on their things. Like that's me being real to them, and I think that's really important. And the other thing is that I do think that AI photo editing is really good because it ultimately does save photographer time, and it also helps you to be more consistent in your editing. When you have actually trained your AI editing profile, again, I use Aftershoot AI photo editing, and I'll put there's the code in the description of this video that you can try Aftershoot if you'd like to. Once you have trained your Aftershoot AI editing profile from the style that you've created in Lightroom Classic that you've gotten really good at doing, then it really does speed up your editing time. And I think that actually can allow you to potentially book more clients and work with more clients and serve more people even better, be better at the personal side of things if you don't have to be stuck behind your computer editing 24/7 or all night long, right? So I personally believe that AI photo editing is good. And if you had asked me this at the beginning of 2025 or at the end of 2024, I probably would have been like, nah, I don't like AI photo editing because I still liked editing, and I wasn't into the whole AI photo editing world now. But I've discovered it probably about halfway into this year is when I started using it, and it really started to change the game for me, and it's really helped my business. And so outsourcing that I think is really good. And then again, like I think even the whole thing with the whole question about doesn't that take the job of private photo editors? And here's my thought: private photo editors could still call your weddings for you. That's probably something they could do. Maybe they could even run it through AI, and maybe they could even use AI to edit your photos faster. But maybe like if you paid them a smaller amount of money to actually run it through AI, then it would actually save them time because they don't have to do as much editing work, but they're still making money, and then you don't have to worry about any editing because they're just doing it all for you. In a way, I think that private photo editors kind of just have to adapt with the way that AI is going. And again, I'm saying this like I'm not a private photo editor at all. I guess I edit my own weddings, but I don't work for other people in editing. So I guess I can't totally speak for them and how it affects their jobs, but I do know that just within the industry in general, you have to adapt to the changes in the industry to keep your job to be relevant. I think that instead of photo editors getting scared of it, maybe the photo editors who find a way to adapt to AI and figure out how they can use it in their business to their advantage, I think they will continue to grow their business and do really well. So that's my personal belief on how AI is affecting the jobs of private photo editors. If you've liked this video so far, and if you want to see any more like video content on just like AI and how that's affecting the photo and video world, go ahead and comment below your questions on things you would like to see more. If this is a topic that you want to see more information about on this channel, I just want to see like what you guys actually want to hear from me. That way I continue to plan good content that can really help you. So how do I actually use AI in my photo business? So again, I use it for photo AI editing through Aftershoot, and then I'm also working to implement different like AI automation through CRMs and things like that. I feel like those are the main two things I use. I also sometimes I use ChatGPT just to like help me find like locations for like photography spots or things like that. I use ChatGPT to help me just like gather some information from the internet real quick in one spot just to kind of help me get started, and then I go off and do my own research as well. So like using ChatGPT is kind of like, it can help you. It's like, I think of it as a starting point, but not an end all. It kind of just helps you a little bit to get started, and then you can kind of go off and continue researching on your own. And so that's really how I think that photographers can use AI to their advantage in their business. I think it can speed up processes and help ultimately to grow your business. You just have to decide to figure out how are you okay with using it as a photographer. Ultimately, I think that photographers should probably be using AI in their business as well as videographers. I think you should be looking into where the industry is going and seeing how you can adapt so you can stay relevant as a creative in an AI world. So my ultimate conclusion is that some AI is good and helpful and save time, while other forms of AI are completely distracting and unhelpful in today's creative world. So that's really what I wanted to talk about in this video today on how AI is affecting the job of photographers and videographers. I guess it could be the case too, but this video was specifically about how AI is affecting the job of a photographer. And if you want to know how to plan your photography business for 2026, that video will be next.